Hi, I'm Beth. Hi.
No, look at me. Hurry up.
Okay, welcome to.
Homestead Healthy. Welcome to Homestead Healthy. Ready?
Well,
Okay.
welcome to. Okay, welcome to. Hi, I'm Beth. Welcome to Homestead Healthy. Okay?
Hi, welcome to Homestead Healthy. I'm Bob.
And Beth.
And with any luck, you probably noticed at the very beginning of today's video, there was a little teaser attached. Rumor has it that Beth's been working on her own video. I know a lot of people have asked, where is she? She's coming out of her camera shy, and she's actually working on a video for us right now about orchids. She loves orchids, and she takes this video and she's going to explore how you go from getting that store-bought plant, whether it's the $5 one at 7-Eleven or the $50 one at one of the major big boxes or nurseries, how to take it, replant it so that it's happy and thriving and grows well in the yard. She's got some beautiful orchids going. She figured it's about time she did a video to show just what she can do and pass on her knowledge to you about her orchids. So, what have I got in front of me? Well, I don't know if you can see behind me several hummingbird feeders, but it's hummingbird season here at the homestead, and we get a lot of them. Hummingbirds like water. They usually don't go into fountains and all because they're so light, so small. They need their own little section. They need their own little mild bird bath. So, I was in the garage the other day. Well, actually, it all started at the flea market. I was in the flea market, and this caught my eye for a couple bucks. It's a solar fountain. Now the little motor's not going to push more than a foot or two, but enough to get it up out of a 5-gallon bucket. And I figured, what could I do with that? Well, got my 5-gallon bucket, started thinking, went into the garage, because I always keep stuff in the garage. I think we all got one of these. They're all of $1 at the dollar store. When we get them maybe twice a year, right around Christmas for cookies and right around Super Bowl time for chips. After that, they usually crack, break, or they get tossed out. We're going to turn this one today into a bird bath, just for hummingbirds. So stay tuned, we'll show you how we do it. Let's go over the list of materials for this one. A 5-gallon bucket. It could be smaller, it could be larger, it depends on you. We usually have a lot of 5-gallon buckets laying around. Something that can hold clean water. I like going with a lighter color one, because in Florida it gets hot. And the reds and the grays and the black buckets absorb a lot of heat. The water gets too hot for the birds. So we get a bucket, get that chip plate out. If you don't have one, run to the dollar store. They've got them, it's Christmas time. They might have little Christmas trees on them, who knows. You can make seasonal bird baths if you like. The birds will love it. Some rocks. When we put the rocks in, because when we're eventually going to set it on top, when we set it on top, we need something to hold it down. You don't want it blowing away, and you want to be able to get access to fill it up with water when it starts to dry out. So some river rock, some lava rock, whatever you got in the yard. I even got some others, just some other pebbles and other small rocks around, just to put around to decorate it a little more. Need a piece of hose. This one I think is 1/4 inch, but it's hose that fits over the top of your fountain. That's going to go into your bottom, and it's going to stick up and come through the center of your makeshift bird bath here. And the last thing two last things you're going to need. You're going to need a felt tip pen so you can space out where you want the holes to be. And the easiest way to drill through this plastic, just a cheap old soldering iron. You can always go to Harbor Freight or one of those, any little hardware store, Ace or whatever. You can usually find one, even in the craft stores nowadays. Michael's and some of the other crafts sell them. You can get them very cheap. They're under 10, and they have so many different uses. And all you're going to do when that heats up is we're going to melt the plastic to make the holes for the water, 1, to come up for the hose, and 2, to drain back around the sides back into the bucket. So let's get our felt tip pens out, get ready, and we'll start marking out where we're going to make our melts. So I took my little chip tray, just turned it upside down over the bucket so I got an idea where everything is. First is your tube. You don't want to make it too big because you want it to be able to stay and be held by the plastic itself within the rim. And if you see, there's normally a little ring or something around the center where it was poured initially. You can get a good idea of where that is. And it's just a little bit on the inside, so I'm just going to take a little bit out of that. Once that's in, flip it back over. Now you got an idea of where the bottom fits onto the bucket. So you know it's going to pour through here. The hose is going to come up. That's going to fill up, give them a little drinking area. Then it's going to overflow. So you're going to want to start with a couple of holes in each side, even spaced, close to the middle. Then I like to go maybe 3 more right behind them. So all total 5 holes for now. When we put it together and we test it, it may not be enough. So my recommendation is don't make the holes too big to start out. You can always take out more plastic, but you can't put it back. So you got your holes drilled, or you got your holes marked. Let's get ready to melt. All right, so it looks like that whole section I just did, I'm putting the holes in the bird bath, didn't record. So just to go over it again, very simple. Hot soldering iron into each hole that you've marked. Same with the middle. Go around and around slowly until your hose fits through and you're not going to have any looseness, so that it will stay nice and tight and waterproof. So once you're all done, everything's on the inside, we're set to start a little bit of the decoration. Now that we have the holes drilled, let's figure out how we're going to lay this out. Of course, even weight as much as possible. Birds aren't going to tip it, but the wind might. Just grab some rocks from around the yard. I've noticed with hummingbirds, they love bird baths, first of all. Second, they don't like the rough running water of a fountain, anything along that line. They like to be able to perch and drink. So we're going to set it up. It was just like that. Then we're going to go outside because it is a nice sunny day. I'll fill it up, set up the bucket on the stand, plug in the fountain, and we'll see what we got. We're back. I've filled up the bucket. I'm going to take the fountain now. I've got a good spot here on the fence up top where it'll get plenty of sun. And just drop it right in. And we have a little bird bath. Nothing fancy, but it looks good. It's cute. Can do a little bit with the bottom. We might paint it. There goes one of the hummingbirds. They're going to investigate it already. So just a quick little simple project you can do with the kids on a Sunday afternoon, and something the birds will definitely enjoy. As soon as they're on it, we'll take some more videos and we'll post them. So that about does it for today's episode of Homestead Healthy. We're Bob
and Beth,
and we're always looking for ways to help our animals and our feathered friends out in the yard. And we want to thank you for watching today's episode. Please subscribe. Please give us that thumbs up. And please have your friends do the same. And as always, take care and God bless.